How's it going, everybody? It's your boy Joe Phame, coming at you with my brand new show called The Phame Show, where we're gonna have live interviews, live conversations, news going on about all different topics in the entertainment industry. Stuff you may want to hear, some stuff you may not want to hear, but we're gonna get all into it. So there's gonna be so much I'm gonna have that you're gonna love. So you're definitely gonna want to follow me. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms at Joe Phame. So that's Facebook, Instagram, basically anywhere on social media you can find Joe Phame. And we're going to have so much fun and exciting stuff that I'm going to be doing throughout this show. Basically, I'm just going to let you know just a little bit more about myself and where I came from, and just see some of the stuff that I did back in the past. I want to bring you back in time to around 2013. And you're going to see stuff that I did, so you get an idea what the show may be like and what type of guests I may have or stuff I may do. So I'm going to show some clips basically throughout the stream of what I did back in the day. So basically the majority of the stream is going to be showing videos of my old interviews that I did with some special guests. My special guests that I do have would be like Papoose, Cuban Links, Lucas Prada, and I believe one other guest that you're gonna have to stay tuned and watch. So you'll see some of that, and you'll get an idea of feel of what type of celebrities or special guests I may have on. There's gonna be a lot of local guests. I'm gonna try to get some bigger acts as time goes on as well. But you will see all of these different artists that I got a chance to interview back in around 2012, 2013. Just give you a feel of what I done, give you a feel of what the show can be, and what I can bring to maybe that you may like, you may not like, but you can also let me know. And like I said, we'll also be doing everything, and it's also anything entertainment related, from the game industry, the music industry, the film industry. So it is the Phame Show, which is film and music entertainment. So I'm going to do basically everything in the industry related, all those crazy topics. Like I said, all different type of guests from all sorts of artists, from hip hop to EDM to pop to rock to basically any type of artists physically that can draw and paint, graphic design. We'll have them on as well. I'm even going to do a segment with a realtor regarding how a musician or a struggling artist can basically still can buy a home, and that's going to be unique that I'm going to do one day as well too. So much that I'm going to have to offer, so you're definitely going to want to follow me on Twitch, follow me on Facebook, follow me on all my platforms, so you know when I'm going to be up and streaming with all the new shows. I'm going to be trying to do it Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 8 to 9 p.m. Since I do work a lot, I'm trying to do at least the 3 days during the week, and that is our show from 8 to 9 p.m. So I hope you get a good feel of what we have to offer. So I'm going to show you all my highlights. We're going to go into that, and then after that I got some news that's been happening around, so you're definitely going to want to stick around for that. Here's some latest fun gossip, you know, all that fun jazz that some people may cringe or some people just get a good laugh at, so you're going to want to stick to that too. Like I said, my name is Joe Phame. I've been a DJ for over 15 years, a lot longer than 15 years now. Music has been a big part of my life, from writing lyrics, poems. Now I produce music mostly all the time. I do have a bachelor's in music production as well, so we're even do live videos on that. I'm just waiting on a couple new products to come in, and we're going to dive into some of those features where I can teach you some music production skills. So you definitely want to stay tuned for that. So there's going to be so much stuff. Like I said, it's going to be a lot of fun from the entertainment industry, and you're just going to want to see it all. Like I said, even my gamers that are on Twitch, you're going to want to stick around too. I mean, I will do stuff on gaming related too. I'm going to try to get some game design people on and interview with them as well. So I'm going to have so much stuff going on throughout that you kind of just don't want to miss. So you definitely want to make sure you follow me. Also follow me on YouTube, because after this I will basically upload this to YouTube. So if you miss anything that I'm doing, I'm going to re-upload it to my YouTube channel, which you could then find Joe Phame. It's Phame with a PH, so it's PHAME. You will find me on those social medias, like I said, throughout on YouTube, that I'm going to have those videos kind of like an archive, so you can get a recap of what you miss. I may trim it a little bit just to make it a little shorter and fit in, cut out some things that may be good, may not be bad, just for the YouTube purpose. Got to keep it clean. This, if anything happens, at least it's just live stream. So farewell to my innocence. No, I'm just playing. No, but if you're anybody with children or anything that's underage, and you hear something that's inappropriate, this could be some adult content. Rarely, I'm going to try to keep it as clean as possible so everybody can stay tuned and listen to it. Like I said, there shouldn't be really any immature stuff or anything like that. I'm trying to keep it really professional, so you definitely will get what you want to hear and the news you want to hear in the proper manner. So I'm just trying to let you guys all feel it out. This is the Phame Show. So if you're just tuning in now, make sure that you go on my social medias of Joe Phame. Follow me on Twitch, Facebook. Like I said, I'm streaming you'll mostly see me on Twitch and Facebook, and then you will see me as well on YouTube once I do an archive of it all. So you definitely don't want to miss anything. Like I said, we're gonna have so much fun stuff. That's just gonna be so much fun. It's gonna be so great, and we're gonna have a blast. So I'm gonna dive right into it. I don't want to talk too much, but I just want to let you know these videos are old interviews that I have done back in the day with some celebrities and some guests that I had, and there's more clips of that just so you get an eye feel where I came from and how this all got started for me. So we're just going to bring you back in time for this first episode. It's just to get you in, just get a good grasp of what it's kind of all about. So with further ado, I'm going to bring you back in time when I had my own online radio show with 3 other co-hosts, and they were amazing. They were such a great team to work with, and I think you may enjoy them too. Who knows, I may even get them as special guests in the future as well if you guys do enjoy their content as well. So without further ado, here is bringing you back in time to when I had my show called the Foreplay Hour, and we're going to check out some of those videos right now. Hope you guys enjoy. Like I said, make sure you follow me on all social media platforms and Twitch, because you don't want to miss a thing. I'll see you guys in a bit.
Hey, what's going on, Star Post?
Hey, this is Cuba. What's up?
Yo, it's Lucas Prada. What's happening, guys?
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl, Karina Bradley. Shout out to the Foreplay Hour doing their thing.
Welcome to the Foreplay Hour. I am DJ Phame.
And I am the one and only WLP.
What's going on? It's your boy, DJ Freakin' Electric.
And I am Miss Fallon.
And that's right, we are the Foreplay Hour right here on StrongIsland.com. What's going on, everybody? I'm DJ Phame. This is the Foreplay Hour on StrongIsland.com. Right now, I got 3 of my buddies. Right in the corner, I got my buddy WLP. WLP, say what's good.
Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? It's Will. Welcome to Will's Corner, a.k.a. WLP.
That's right. In the middle, I got my man Freakin' Electric.
How's it going, world? Your boy Freakin' Electric, a.k.a. CJ.
And of course, at the end, we got the beautiful Miss Fallon.
Hi, guys. I will be doing the epic failure of the day for you, and you can also call in and talk to me and get your input.
We're live. Here we go. Yo, it's Lucas Prada. What's happening, guys?
Yo, what's going on? How's it going, buddy?
I'm a couple minutes late. I know.
It's okay.
Forget
it's all
about
good,
it.
baby.
We know you're busy.
I was
busy
making
man.
dinner for
Thank you.
I'm here cooking dinner for my sister and her boyfriend. And I got all these alarms going off for my interview, and I still called you late. Go figure.
It's all good.
It's all good. You're in Miami.
We
How you like
appreciate
Miami,
the love, man.
What's going on?
Good. How you like
Are
Miami?
we on the air yet or no?
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
you better
live.
be
Live
We
right
are
now.
live.
Listening.
We're live. Here we go, live from South Beach, Miami.
Yeah, Lucas Prada.
Making some rigatoni with some vodka sauce.
Yes.
I like
Trying to-
that.
Yes. I love vodka.
Just trying to
It's my
keep it
favorite.
real here in Miami. You know what I'm saying?
I love it.
Yes.
So
All
what's
right,
up,
so-
guys? How are you?
Pretty good. Yourself?
I'm good, man. Just getting the hang of
Full?
South Florida. It's been quite some time since I lived down here, so it's a whole new world.
I've been to Florida, born and raised. It's a pretty good place. Weather's always nice.
Yeah, the weather is that's one thing you can't complain about is the weather. That's for damn sure. But it's all good, man. There's a nice music scene down here.
Absolutely.
A lot of Latin music as well.
I bet.
Winter Music Conference. Huge.
Excuse me?
Winter Music Conference. Huge.
Winter Music Conference takes place here, which is every March, which is great. And then there's a lot of DJs from around the world. This is one of their backyards. So Miami has an incredible nightlife. So it's also really popular for the nightlife DJs here.
That's good. Yo, Lucas, tell us about your product promotions. You got a lot of that going on right now.
Product Promotions is basically my background, aside from being a singer-songwriter, has been in the radio promotion world. I always found a way to have a day job so that I would learn the industry inside and out. And I always held a job doing promotion for radio, mix show, DJs, and dance radio. So I've been doing that for a long time. I worked at some of the major labels. I worked at some of the biggest indie companies, and then I finally had my own hit, so I had to go and tour with Then She Said, and I had to leave my job for a few years and I had to chase a big record called Then She Said. So that was kind of fun, and then when I got back and things kind of slowed down a little bit, you know, I want to keep busy, so I started doing my promotion stuff again. Basically what it is I work other people's records to dance radio, mix show, and club. And Prada Promotions has been around for about 2 years. And it's an indie promotion company is what it is. A lot of people don't understand what it is.
I promote the indie labels. I think they're great.
Yeah, basically I work with a lot of independent companies. And I also work with the major companies as well, because they know that I have a lot of relationships at radio throughout my career. So I'm able to touch base and get feedback on records and get them, hopefully, to give them a shot, whether it be mix show, club, or actual radio spins.
That's good. So out of all your artists that you have, though, because you've been promoting a lot of artists with Prada Promotions, what do you think is the one that's going to, like, step up, like, maybe up to your level or maybe beyond? Like,
oh, man. There's a couple right now. There's one, well, God, I have to pick. I mean, I like to think they're all good.
Sorry to make you choose straws there, man.
Yeah, for
No, well, the thing is, that they're not signed to me, so these are records that I work on my own. So, like the Natasha Bassez record called Heal. She's a superstar. She's got tons of followers. She's been around for a little bit. I mean, the last couple of years, she's been doing a lot of live shows and building a huge fan base on the internet. She's got millions of followers on YouTube. And extremely gorgeous, beautiful, flawless-looking girl with an amazing voice to match. So she's really, really good. And then we got Christina Maria, who has a single out called Our Song Comes On. She's a big star over in Canada. And that song's already platinum in Canada, and we're just breaking it here in the U.S. That's a great song. And both of those songs actually have DJ Bruno Robles as the remixer, who's a Miami-based remixer down here.
Nice.
So he's actually doing a lot of different remixes. He has the brand new one with David Morales, which is called Stay on Ultra.
Fantastic.
So who else am I working with? I'm working with a girl named Rachel S. with a song called Love Drunk, another great record. There's about 6 records I'm working right now. Raquel Castro from The Voice. She was a finalist.
Very nice.
On NBC's The Voice, and she's actually one of the records I work every day. So there's a bunch, you know. I try not to work my own records because it's kind of awkward when you're talking to a programmer and you bring your own record up. So that's kind of that's kind of taboo.
Yeah.
I'll have a few more questions for you here. Kind of bring you back in time a little bit, you know.
Okay.
What is it that made you interested in the club and house music scene?
Well, I mean, I started out dancing for George Lamont, who was a dance artist in the mid-'90s, early '90s. I was a dancer, yeah.
Nice.
So I was his backup dancer, and then I also wanted to do some singing. He gave me an opportunity to go on stage and actually sing with him, and that's kind of where the door opened. But I didn't want to do freestyle. Not that I don't like freestyle. I love freestyle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Love all music. Yeah.
Yes.
It was just the kind of thing where freestyle was fading out, and I was actually getting into, you know, the new sound of dance, which was, you know, 2002, 2003. I had a single called "Let's Get It On," which broke here in Miami. Actually, it was a #1 record. And started out here on the party station here in Miami. And it kind of just went from that, and I started doing more dance-leaning records, not because I really wanted to, it was just that's kind of the way it happened. I was working with dance producers and dance writers.
Kind of fell in your lap that way.
Kind of. I mean, like I said, I came from the world of freestyle, which is a form of dance.
Yeah.
And that's when that music was a culture back then. That music
was. Wasn't it kind of a little bit loosely based off of hip hop? You know, kind of like in the '80s, right? Going on the freestyle late,
I mean, it was
'90s.
I think it came before hip hop actually.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
I mean, you got to understand, like the days of Stevie B and Cynthia and Johnny O and Coro and all those artists. I mean, that stuff came before hip hop.
That's true.
Yeah,
and then the old school hip hop kind of was coming in, but freestyle was it made a lot of people's careers. It was a form of dance. So I came from that world, and then I just incorporated it into what I was doing in my sound, and it kind of took on its own life. So no complaints.
Well, how was your first experience at a club or rave venue? Tell us a little bit about that. What it was. What was it like? Maybe how old you were, if that was an influence on you.
The first experience performing in a club.
No, you're just going to one, or if you'd prefer to talk about your first performance at a club. But what was your first time going to one? Before you were
I was a club rat from early on. I was a 13-year-old kid. I was 13.
So you had it in your bones.
13 years old going to clubs in Long Island. So
yeah, Long Island, baby.
Long Island.
Yeah, I mean, I found a way to get into all these clubs. So
absolutely, that's fantastic. And my last question is, what made you want to sing in electronic music instead of a rock and roll band? But you kind of already answered that.
Oh, I mean, I've always loved dance music, and I'm really a big pop head. Like my influences, I mean, I always admit it.
Good pop. That's really,
A lot of people laugh when I say it, but my biggest influence in pop music was the New Kids on the Block, because I wanted to be one of those new kids on the block. And people laugh and they go, "Well, what do you mean New Kids on the Block?" But that was
at the time
when I was growing up. Those kids were bigger than anything, and I went to one of their concerts and I realized that that's what I wanted to do. And I actually got to eventually work with them and be friends with them and actually perform with some of them, which was kind of wild. It was kind of weird how the full circle came around.
All right, Lucas, I have one more question for you. It has nothing to do with music. It has to do with you personally. What is, we're going to get into it. What is the one thing you have on your bucket list? What is the one thing that you want to do before you leave this world?
Ooh, what is the one thing on my bucket list that I want to do before I leave this world?
Yes.
That you might not have done yet, because you've achieved so much so far.
Absolutely.
Well, I got a couple, but one of them is really simple. I would love to to have a family and have kids and be a dad. Obviously, that's something
fantastic.
that Lucas, that's why I love you. He's a humble man.
That is by far the number one bucket list.
Well, we wish that upon you.
To be happy in that way.
We wish that upon you.
He's already got it halfway there. He's already making dinner and he's doing it.
That's one thing about me. If anybody that knows me, I'm very domestic. I like to cook. I love to entertain people. I love to barbecue. I love to. I'm Cuban and Italian, so I have both sides of the best food in the world. So
you definitely do.
Yeah, absolutely. But I appreciate you guys taking the time to ask me questions and to put me on the air and support my music and even the records that I'm not actually singing on that you guys are supporting as well. I appreciate that a lot.
Absolutely. We appreciate you taking the time out and talking to us, and we know you're doing your thing, cooking, everything. I appreciate you taking the time out.
All right, guys. Take care and hold it down for me in New York, and I'll be back in a couple of weeks to help you hold it down.
That's good. When you come, just let us know. We'll love to have you on.
You got it, man. Take care, man. Thank you so much.
Take it easy.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Cheers. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, Lucas Prada calling in. How cool is that?
Hey, what's going on, Papoose?
Hey, what's going on, Papoose?
Papoose, 1212, Pap. It's your boy, Caress.
Yes, sir.
Caress, what's the deal, my brother?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Thanks for taking that time out, calling on in. How you been?
You already know. You know how we do, man. Ain't nothing, man. Just working on the album and all that. You know how it go, grinding.
You getting ready for your album?
Yeah, working on the album. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, man. You gotta stay on that grind. You gotta stay heavy.
Yeah, you know that, brother. You know it don't stop.
Yo, I got a question, actually, because this actually came up recently. Your tattoos that you just got on your hand, I think that came out crazy. What made you just want to do that? Like, I know you did that in the song Touch It. You mentioned, all the far borrows, and then you got the tats done.
No doubt, man. I love my city. You know what I'm saying? I love my city. And it's just basically, showing appreciation to my fans. Every day. Since back then, you know what I mean? Little kids, all kind of people run up to me every day. Yo, let me see a tattoo. Let me see a tattoo. I mean, I was trying to explain to them. And, it was just something we did for the video. So, man, I got my album coming soon. You know what I mean? I've been working on this album my whole life. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to fulfill that for the fans and show some love to my city. I love New York to my heart. Brooklyn, Bronx, Staten Island, Queens. I mean,
Pap, this is gonna be your first official album, correct, Pap?
Yeah, Nasarima Dream.
Yeah, that's what we're waiting on. We've been waiting years for this.
Album.
I think Pat this is correct. The only other person that's been waiting to get these CDs more and these tracks more have been the people waiting for that Dre Chronic album. Because you've been working years on yours, and it's going to be fire. You got any dates yet that you're thinking that it's going to come out on?
Yeah, I don't got a solid date yet, but it's coming. I'm actually going to make the announcement with the date real soon. You know what I mean? I've been finalizing a lot of things on the business side, and everything's been going well, so I've been blessed with it. And I finally come to a point in my life where, I really see the album definitely coming out. You know what I mean? Regardless to whom or what. So it's a beautiful thing, man. I'm excited.
We all are.
I got a question. I got a question for you, Papoose. How did you come up with Alphabetical Order? How long did that take you to even write?
It's been a long time to write Alphabetical Order. The idea, it basically came from me seeing everybody in hip hop doing the same thing and saying, let me do something different. You know what I mean? And when I did Alphabetical Order, like I said, if you look at it on paper, it's really in alphabetical order. A lot of artists try it, but you can't use a T word when you're in the H's, you know what I'm saying? So you really got to keep it in order. If you write it on paper, it'll be in order, you know what I'm saying? And it all got to make sense. So, just me trying something different, seeing everybody doing the same thing.
No, exactly, because that song was just straight fire. Like, that was definitely, like, the peak. Like, when you first came out, like, everyone was, like, mouth dropped. They're like, they really haven't heard anything like that since, like, I think Nas, when Rewind, he did that song Rewind. So when they heard that, they're like, wow, that's something definitely new.
Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it. On my album, I actually did it backwards from Z to A on the album. It's going to be crazy.
What? That's like some police DWI type shit. You're gonna help me out. That might help a lot of people pass that sobriety test if they just start thinking about it.
Yeah, actually, I was at my son's graduation, and the principal said something like that. She was like, "Yo, they want to use alphabetical order, to help some of these kids in the public schools with their vocabulary and shit." Wow.
Yeah, man. Now you just shot your last video for Boot Up over in Brooklyn?
Yeah, I just shot the video to the Boot Up single. You know what I'm saying? The video coming out sometime next week. Also, I shot the video to Alphabetical Order Z to A. That video was done too. You know what I'm saying? So when it's close to releasing the album, I'm gonna release that. But Boot Up, that video should be out like next week.
Yeah, I love that song, Pap. I really do.
That. Yeah, Miss Fallon was grinding to that in the studio.
Thanks a lot.
That's nice. Who's on that track?
I'm glad you like it. You know what I'm saying? You Boot Up.
Yeah, who's on that with you?
No, I'm not Boot Up, but.
Oh, okay.
I just like to rock to the song.
Nah, thanks a lot. I appreciate that.
Word. And we opened up the show, Pat, with the video we did out here on the island with Donk Jumping, and everybody loves that video. That was a lot of work. Everybody thought it was easy. I was just telling them how many hours we sat there waiting for Tanner to get the lights right.
Yeah, man. Yo, shout out to DJ Caress on that video. You was really instrumental in that.
Yeah, that was a big night.
Yeah, we had a good time, man. Shoot that.
So, Pap, any shows coming up soon? Anything local? And I know you do your thing up in all the boroughs and everywhere.
Definitely. I also got the mixtape, Most Hated Alive. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be like my final mixtape before my album. You know what I'm saying? So I just want everybody to look out for the mixtape, Most Hated Alive. I got the artwork out there. That's really what I've been working on besides the album. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get one more mixtape. So I've been working on that, and that's basically been my focus. That and my album.
I got a question that a lot of people have been asking me, like, nonstop. They want to know if you actually got to keep the $1.5 million from Jive, even though you didn't get to push out that album.
Of course I did, man. I came in the front door, and I left the back door with the money.
There you go.
That's straight gangster. You just did it that's right.
There you go.
That's it.
You couldn't do it any better than that, man.
Well, Pap, I was also telling him how we hooked up and linked up through Karina Bradley, who's going to call in right after you. You want to tell him about how you and Karina linked up?
Yeah, definitely. Karina's very talented, you know what I'm saying? And I just love her voice. I love her music. I love her message. You know what I'm saying? She a lot of inspiration. And me and Karina met up at I did a record with another artist by the name of Rad, and she was featured on that record. And ever since that day, we stayed in contact, and we did a lot of music together. Great records too. You know what I'm saying? And Karina's a rising star. Y'all need to look out for her.
Yeah, we just played We Slid, the remix. Karina had that hot track with Meek Mill, and she's got some new one coming too that's going to be fire right here.
Definitely. That's what's up, bro. Definitely, man. Shout out to Karina Bradley.
So when are you going to perform on Long Island? We got to get you out on Long Island. I know you're always holding down the boroughs.
Are you going to get me in a lot of shit? You're going to get me in a lot of shit with Pap.
Strong Island.
Pap's been trying to get me to get him out here for God, Pap. How long? Over a year and a half now.
We need to make it happen.
We can't find the right venue. We almost made it happen for my birthday bash last year out in Southampton. I had Karina Bradley and Papoose both performing that night in Southampton, and the town of Southampton shut the party down before it even happened. So he was coming, but we're going to get a spot out here for Pap soon, I'm sure of it.
He's always more than
definitely.
welcome.
When you set it up, you know I'm there, brother. You know how we do it.
All right, Pat. Well, I appreciate you calling in, man. It's big shout out to you. Big shout out to DJ New too. He was a fun dude to play with that day, jumping around in the pool at the shoot. Shout out to New and
no doubt, man. Shout out to you. You know, congrats on the radio show. Shout out to everybody up there. You know, stay pulled up to the lady up there. You know, they keep doing y'all thing. Free Remy, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Free Remy.
Definitely.
Free Remy, ma.
Free Remy.
All right.
Thank you for calling.
Thank you for calling, pal. Yo, before you leave.
All right, y'all. Thanks for having me. Peace.
Unbelievable. What a wonderful interview.
He's getting out that back door with the rest of that
Big
money.
ups to
That was
everyone.
hilarious.
Big shout out to
Pap's
Grass
a
make
good
that
dude.
happen.
Pap's the most humble dude I've ever met. I've worked with a lot of artists. I've worked with Busta Rhymes, Jay-Z, you name it. I've worked with them all at some point, and nobody's been as humble as Pap is. He sent me a personal text on my birthday. You don't get that. It wasn't the bullshit Facebook. You know, you get a notification and you have to kind of put it up there.
Yeah.
He took the time out of his day to go to his phone, find my number, and text me happy birthday. I kept that shit like it was an autograph.
I know what you're saying. I feel you on that. Big ups to all those people, the big people that, you know, that are just more humble than others.
Well, that's what gets them far. Hold on, we got another caller.
This may be Karina.
StrongIsland.com foreplay hour. Who's calling?
Hey, what's up? It's Karina Bradley.
Hi.
Hey, what's going on, Karina?
KB, hello.
Hey,
world.
everybody. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you.
We're so excited to hear from you.
Thank you. I'm excited to be on your show.
Thank you. Yeah, we just got off the phone with Pat Poos, who's talking a little bit about you, and got us a little excited to talk to you.
Oh, okay.
He amped you up, girl. He amped you up.
I love Pat.
Yeah, Pap had a lot of good things to say, Karina. I just played a bunch of your tracks, too. The Meek Mill track, Never Mind Love. Karina, fire, straight fire. She's an accomplished...
Thank you so much.
So many ways, and she's got a lot of new tracks coming. She's doing a lot of work over in Europe soon coming out. She's going to do an overseas tour.
Yes.
Karina, tell them all about it.
Well, right now, I'm working on my main album. You know, I did drop a mixtape, I'd say about 6 months ago, called Madam President. DJ Diamond kind of hosted it. You know, a lot of big features, like legit features, you know, not just remixes, but, you know, Meek Mill, Young Chris, Jay Bezel. Diamond Cuts herself. I'm the first person she's ever done a track with. And, you know, I released my first body of work, but this time I'm leaning more towards, you know, kind of a European sound. I just spent some time over in Rome, just got back last Wednesday, and, you know, big things happening. Going to start touring over there and just working on my album.
That's good. You're doing big things. How was it to work with Meek Mill'S? Was that entertaining?
Oh, it was awesome. I recorded my part first, but then I went to the Batcave with him and, you know, watched him do his thing. But what's funny is most people don't know, but since Caress is my boy, I'll, you know, drop it here, is that the song was actually called not Nevermind Love, it was called Be With You. It was actually more about love instead of Nevermind Love. And the track actually got leaked once I left, you know, the Batcave when we did our thing that day. And the track actually got leaked. So if you look online for Be With You, you can actually find and it was actually only the reference track, but, you know, it's out there. It's a good track, but, you know, we had to kind of redo our thing and release it at the proper time. So, yeah, working with him is awesome. He's amazing. You know, went in the booth. He freestyled, just flowed like crazy.
That video was crazy. Did you enjoy that video? Because I was actually watching the video. Like, that must have been so much fun. Like, I was just watching. You guys look like you had a really good time just doing it and everything.
Oh, definitely. You know, had Coco and Breezy, designers from New York there. Just a lot of people stopped in. Papoose is in the video. Jay Bezel's in the video. Philly artists were there that day representing. And, yeah, it was definitely a lot of fun. It was a long day, but definitely
Caress
fun and
was
worth
supposed
it.
to be there. Caress didn't make that one. I was away. Karina, I told him. I told him before.
I know. I couldn't get you there.
I was telling him before
tried.
how we've known each other so long, but yet we never have met in person, and everybody in here
No.
couldn't believe it.
I know. We got to make that happen.
We definitely wish you the best of luck, Karina. We definitely hope, you know, you blow up and you're definitely going to get out there, and hopefully we hear more music from you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate the support.
We're going to put your
Come back
videos
on the
up.
show.
Okay, definitely.
'Cause you definitely got that nice style. You know, I've seen like all your videos and all your pictures. You always have like a different style, no matter, you know, whatever you're going with it. 1 minute you're
I
like all like
appreciate
crazy, the next thing you know you're like all modern, and then
Joe's
like, you know,
Love Jonesin. He's got a thing for you, girl.
oh, you're beautiful.
I don't blame
Yeah, you're beautiful.
You are.
You're
You're
beautiful.
very beautiful.
I appreciate it. Really, I do.
You want to give them out your Facebook and your Twitter and all that, Karina?
I'm sorry?
You want to give out your Twitter handle and your Facebook name and all that so everybody can get at you?
Yeah, definitely. Yep. You can hit me up. I got a website, KarinaBradley.com. You can also hit me up on Twitter at Karina Bradley, and my Facebook is Facebook.com/Karina Bradley Music.
Nice.
Thank you. Thank you. We definitely appreciate you calling in. Before you leave, can you give us a shout out? Can you just say shout out to the Foreplay Hour?
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl, Karina Bradley. Shout out to the Foreplay Hour doing their thing.
Hey, this is Cuban. What's up?
Hi.
What's going on?
Hey, what's up, y'all?
What's going on, Cuban?
Chilling. Calling up.
We are so excited that you are calling. You have no idea.
Yeah, man. You already know. Thank y'all for having me. You know?
Love those tracks you sent us, dude.
What's up?
Love those tracks you sent us.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you, man. You know, that's that hard work, you know?
Yeah, no, they are hot, Cuban.
Thank you, baby.
Hot.
Thank you.
Caliente.
Thank you. We're doing it up, you know? Feel Kane Entertainment. Trying to take over. You know, we're coming out with nothing but the hotness. Trying to put it out there so the people and the fans can get a grasp of it, you know?
We hear that you're hosting out on Long Island this weekend?
Oh, yeah. We're going to be in Halo this Saturday. We're going to be doing it up in Halo. My man Rappy, you know what I'm saying? He's doing it up out there. His first DJ, so, you know, he's been my DJ already for like 7 years, but he's actually going out and actually, you know, venturing his own DJ career. So this is the blast off right here. You okay?
That's right. Shout out to Rappy. I definitely appreciate him for getting to call you. Yeah, we're just gonna get into it. Actually, I actually had a question. You know, a couple of viewers always like were hitting me up about, you know, to ask you. They want to know if you still keep in touch with Big Pun's family.
If I still talk to Big Pun's family?
Yeah.
I mean, they always been a part of my heart and a part of my family. You know, sometimes family have little arguments and you know, we see things differently and, you know, but at the end of the day, you know, they got all my love and support always. And I haven't seen them for like 3-4 months, but, you know, before that, you know, we used to do a lot of things together. But, you know, baby Chris, you know, baby Pun, and he's doing his thing, you know what I'm saying, and I'm seeing it, and you know, I got a chance to perform with him in Connecticut, so, you know, I see that he's doing it to the fullest. So, you know, they all got my blessing, little Shesha, Amanda, you know, and they doing it up too. I heard they got a little TV series coming up, you know, Pardon the Puns is a reality show.
TV series?
Yeah, so they doing their thing, you know.
Do you know what channel it's going to be on?
I don't know exactly the details yet, but, you know, I've seen it being promoted through Facebook and stuff, and I've seen, you know, Star Rio's promoted, you know, Pun's daughter. She's doing it, and I've seen a couple of pictures and all of that. But that should be interesting. That should be love right there.
Absolutely.
This should get you on there.
Yeah.
So what else you been up to? You working on a new album, or what you got going on?
What do you up to?
Oh yeah, I mean, I've been working on my albums and stuff like that. I've been taking a little break, you know, doing the daddy thing. So, you know, I just had a little beautiful daughter, so you know, I'm taking time away from the music a little bit and paying attention to that. But besides that, I've been working on, you know, the next album is going to be called The Missing Link, and that's going to be out there soon for y'all to get. But yeah, that's the project I'm working on. Also a Spanish album called Te Hijo de la Calle,
So, I'm working both sides of the fences right there. Let the people know about hip-hop in both languages.
That's pretty cool.
So you still keep in touch with, like, Don Omar and stuff like that? Like, how you did that song Scandalous, and, you still keep in touch with all the reggaeton artists, or?
I mean, it's like, I always had a good alliance with, like, Don Omar, Tego, Calderon, Yankee, Daddy Yankee. Those are old friends of mine. Like, when we was doing our thing back in, 90, 95, 96, they was around. There was not rookies, but they've been putting in their work back then, and then they blew up and did their own thing. But those always been like my top favorite artists. You know what I'm saying? Calle 13, them dudes is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I just respect the realness of what they come out with.
That's definitely good to hear. Definitely. So, actually, a lot of people are saying, too, people want me to personally thank you. I don't know why, but personally thank you for that song, Flowers for the Dead. They said, till today, they still play that song repeatedly for people they lost and everything like that. They said that song was so touching and so deep that they just wanted to personally thank you for putting it out.
Oh, man. No doubt, man. I mean, I made that song for my brother, and I knew at the end of the day, that's one of them songs that got the spirits, they're around that song regardless. That's one of those endless classics. And when you're feeling down and you lost somebody, that was tight and close to you, that's the song you played it. And, it relieves, it gives you a flashback of the actual incident, but it also relieves your stress and your spiritual side. So it's one of those special songs that I was put here in the world to do, and, sadly it's for my brother, and he passed away, but, that's just it's like the #1 song in funerals. So.
I'm glad you gave it your all. And, instead of making a good track, you made a great track. There's a difference.
Thank you, man.
Big ups.
Still remember you on all your old tracks. And actually, somebody brought. So I guess when you did the song "Off the Hooks," off the books. Wow, I'm shot. Yeah, off the books. They want to know, like, when you did that verse, what were you thinking? Like, what was your mindset when you did that track?
When we did that track, I mean, that was something that was done as we speak, like, in a hood style way. Like, we just met up. Like, Pun already gotten this deal with Steve Rifkin, Loud Records, and all of that, and he invited me to Juju's house because Juju wanted him to get on a song, and we went to his, he had a loft at that time in Queens. And he took me and Triple Six with him, and we just went over there to pick out beats. And then, they was going through beats, and we heard that, and, we just fell in love with that. We fell in love with that. And I was just, and we just said, yo, this is it right here. And, Juju and Les was like, yo, you like that? Write to that shit. So we just, right there, we took out the pen and pad and started writing in Juju's house. And we laid it right there. Pun laid the first verse, I laid the second, right after Pun. And then Triple Six came after me, but they couldn't use Triple Six's verse because it was too long. It's two of them and two of us. So they didn't want to get the extra Cheddar Squad member at the time in there because it was too long. So sadly, Six had to be cut off that song. But I ended up staying because I did 8 bars. Pun did the 16. I just continued off of Pun's bars, and we made it like a straight spit song, like hooks in between. It was just us spitting bars right after each other. So I mean, I was just trying to keep up with the pace of these niggas at the time. I was, I was doing the rookie thing, but Pun was a little more mature than me at that time, so he was more confident with his stuff. I was just writing stuff because I just said, yo, this shit is hot. Let me just say this, little ideas here and there, and I was just following my big brother's footsteps as far as we used to love Daz Effects and the way they used to come on pick up lines after each other, like rhyme with the last word they come off with. So that's what we was just doing. I mean, those are the fun days of hip-hop. That's when we just, we wasn't thinking of it as a business. It was just more fun.
Yeah.
Because that song still rocks
Hip-hop
today.
used to be all about fun.
Yeah, man. The element, man, you need that element to make hits, man. You need to have fun at all times. Later on, when you become a little veteran, sophomore, junior at this game, it becomes a little, the fun gets a little blocked because of the business and the bullshit of people. But, you got to keep that fun element in your rhymes and in your whole, in your career, man. Because if not, you're not going to get the best work out yourself.
When you recorded that song that you said not everyone could make it on because it couldn't meet the length of the radio edit, did you still record a full version for the album?
The full version that we had was with Triple Six after me, and then it was Juju, and then it was Les. But the only thing that's missing out there is the Triple Six verse. But I don't know if they ever kept it, because remember at that time it was Relativity.
Should have did a full record, put it on the album. 'Cause I know the radio, like you needed like a 30-second intro, can't be longer than like 3 minutes. But on your album, you can put whatever you want. So
right, but it was up to their choice. It was the Beatnuts' choice because it was their song. You know, it was it was never our song. It was something for them. So they had the choice to do that in the album. But they never did it though. They never did it. I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? But he did spit on it. I was there. I was witness to say Triple C spit on that. You know.
Sure, it's probably recorded somewhere, buried in like a hard drive or a cassette tape or something.
I don't know. They got all of that. They got all the reels and everything to what they did. So, you know, if anything, they got to have that song. They got to have that extra, you know, after Triple C first.
Oh, you were in history, you know? You're definitely going down in history. Especially, you know.
Thank you, Waffle. Thank you.
What was that second track you played? The second track you played of Cubans.
Quiet Storm, his new one?
Yeah, the Quiet Storm.
That
Tell us about
insane.
Quiet Storm. Like,
That's
you know, the
Quiet
mindset of Quiet
Storm is now. This is the new Cuban. Like, this is the Cuban with the, you know, the mature, still kind of angry Cuban.
Yeah, I like the battle rap sound of that one.
You know, had to go back on the corners. Like, you know, Rocky had to go back to being broke and running through the Philly. You know, was still going back to the first movie. So this is the Cuban going back to the meat freezer, beating up some beef. So, you know, I still find my fun in that, and I still feel the energy of that. So that's why I had to do Quiet Storm.
Yeah, that song was fire, man.
Yeah, man.
I like the battle style of that, going hard.
Yeah.
And how did the song come out with Trey Songz?
The one with Trey Songz, I mean, that was done. That was actually done. My man had the Trey Songz hook, like, into one of the beats, and they just remade the beats over. So they put his verse, I mean, his hooks on a beat, and then I spit my 3 verses. But, you know, I love that song too, man. That's something that was done on some hood shit, but
that was
it
on some
definitely
real
has
stuff.
potential to make it to the big time, man. Just, you know, it is what it is, man. You know, you got to clear it with the companies, and it gets kind of lost. And that's why I say it was fun when I was making it, but then the politics of it, and then, you know, reaching out to this big artist, it's kind of hard because they act like they're too big.
I got one more question for you. Do you still keep touch with anybody from Terror Squad?
No, man, I'm done with that chapter. I mean, I still see people, but as far as, like, what I want to do, business still, and I wish there was, you know, a relationship, nah, not really, man. I mean, I'm done with all that. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was something that happened once in our life, and, you know, we came through the same channel, same hood, you know, loved and enjoyed the same music, and we had a time together, and it was fun.
Well,
but after a certain situation happened, you know, True Colors was revealed, and I don't like want to visit that again because it just,
bad memories.
You know, certain situations bring out realness, and especially when it comes to yourself, like it tells you who's really behind you, who's really your friends, who's really will sell you out for money, who really sell you out for that spotlight, and people tend to get, you know, kind of amnesia when they're doing good. You know what I'm saying? Or when they think they're doing good. And then later on, when they trip and fumble and stumble and fall in their faces, they come back with the sad faces, their heads down. And, you know, I just can't respect that. You know what I'm saying? Because I've always been who I was, you know, with the deal, without the deal, you know, in the hood. I've always been the same nigga, and I always represented my people with the same strength I have. So, you know, the situation I went through after, like, the separation of Terror Squad, like, none of them really was checking for me. You know what I'm saying? None of them really was, like, looking at how Cuban doing. You know what I'm saying? So now that they all split up and the whole empire fell down because of that one individual that took over, and just everybody else never got a chance to come out and got the bat in the stick. So you know, I can't really have no pity for that. You know, I come from that warrior cloth. You know what I'm saying? And that's a lesson I hope they learn, because it's more valuable to them than me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to wish that on nobody. You know what I'm saying? I wanted them to be the most they could ever be as far as in hip hop and in his career they picked. But if it didn't go through, and you know they kind of try to burn bridges behind them when it was going up. You know, it's not my fault that they're in the situation they are now. You know.
Definitely. So you think if Big Pun was still alive, do you think you'd still be rolling with him though?
I mean, I think definitely. I mean, me and Pun were friends before his music. You know what I'm saying? That was the beautiful thing about our friendship. It had nothing to do with this music thing. It just that was my brother from when I was 16, you know, and he was 18. And then we got into the music like after like 20, 21, you know what I'm saying? We got into the music together. But at the end of the day, it was like, I know I wouldn't be arguing with my brother about no music, sure, if we would. You know, it's something that we could always be like, okay, we could, you know, we could be assholes and shit. You know what I'm saying? Just in regular situations, we assholes. I know in music we used to argue about things, but you know, it was more of that brother. You know what I'm saying? That brother to brother talk and brother to brother argument. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
And at the end of the day, we had each other's back. So whatever Pun would have been rocking with, you know, Cuban would have been rocking with. And whatever Cuban would be rocking with, Pun would have been rocking with. That's just the way we was.
Well, we definitely appreciate you calling in. You want to say any shout-outs or anything before we let you go?
Big shout out to my man Rappy, man. I see you Saturday, Club Halo, Long Island. You already know we're going to get it popping out there. You already know I got a little situation through Sony. So, you know, man, we about to do big things. CLK Entertainment, the name of the album is going to be called The Missing Link. You know, Chain of Command is probably being a mixtape. Big shout out to y'all for having me on this. And I hope everybody's listening. You know, come through Saturday, Club Halo. We're going to get it popping out there. Long Island, be ready.
If you beatbox, I'll kick some rhymes.
Are you serious?
What?
We're going to do exclusive right now.
Man, I was actually going to try and bring in a topic when he brought in the dance thing, but if you really want to see me beatbox that bad, goddamn.
All right,
really?
So we're going to have...
We'll save that for like a little main event for the end of the show.
What, the beatbox?
Yeah, the beatbox.
All right, I'm game.
I'm
game.
I'll rap over your beat.
All right, I'm game. We'll see if that works. It'll be fun. That's what hip hop used to be about.
All right, let's get it done.
Let's go.
Do it.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now. Have it done right
motherfucking now.
Okay.
Do it. Here we go.
Her language is getting really good.
I'm sorry.
My bad.
My bad.
F.
Language is definitely getting a little out of control.
All right, let's go.
All right, go ahead.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Check it. Yeah. You either love me or hate me. Make a decision. What I'm hearing, hate's becoming a new religion. Follow it if you wish to. I'ma keep spitting. Doubt me if you wish to. I'ma keep winning. Grin at me if you want to. I'ma keep smiling. I said I never gave up. That's why I keep trying. I'm a forward moving guy, never looking back 5 days. Damn, that's like begging for a migraine. I might say I might take your nice dame on the right space on my bed where she'll lay. So I can tell her who she is. Was with you at one point, but now she with him. The illest Dominican to take. I forgot the rest of the song, but then my freestyling.
Yeah.
Electric. That was just a recap of what's a little bit about what's going to happen on with the Phame show. So basically, that was some old interviews I did from Papoose to Cuban Links, Lucas Prada, Katrina Bradley, and it was just a fun time that I want to bring back. So I definitely want to get new acts on, new entertainers, new everything. It's going to be such a great show. Like I said, I'm going to have a realtor on talking about how, you know, musicians and artists can still get a house. We're going to do so much crazy stuff, and I'm going to have a lot of topics. But if you want to be on my show and you're an artist or anybody in the entertainment industry, if you're a gamer in the gaming industry or in the film industry, music industry, or just, you know, you want to get out there and just get your name out more, and we want to hear from you. We want to know your talents. We want to know your hustle. We want to know your struggle. We want to know your pain and your passion. That's what we were here for at the Phame show, where it's film and music entertainment, and that's what I definitely want to bring to the forefront. So that was just all my old videos. Like I said, I want to maybe bring some of those old guests back, if anything. And like I said, we're definitely going to do so much more stuff. This is just like an introduction video. There's nothing really anything serious yet, but I definitely want to bring so much more to this show with so much different type of entertainment. And I'm also do other stuff as well, from music production tutorials to even some other tutorials, DJ tutorials, whatever may come into play. I may even do some gaming. I'm just waiting on one little thing, and I think I may do some gaming a little bit for my gamers out there, so you can see me live gaming. It's just going to be a mix of a lot of random stuff, anything really entertainment related, and I definitely want to get it going. But it's just to give you an idea of what I'm going to be doing, what I'm trying to deliver to the table. So a bunch of different type of news that you're definitely going to hear, and you're going to
see a bunch of different great talent come on board, maybe get some live musicians, get some really good music playing as well. So I hope you guys like this. Make sure you follow me on all the platforms, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, all at Joe Phame, Phame.